Okay, boomer. Well, if you're over 50, you've probably heard that. If you're under 30, you've probably said it. But either way, let's talk about it. So what are we talking about, actually? It's a stereotype, right? There's some basis in fact, but it's not a universal thing. It's the type of person that's stuck in the past, averse to technology, kind of out of touch with the present. The kind of person that would say things like, back in my day, or kids nowadays. That's stereotype. Okay, but is that really us? And keep in mind, we grew up without computers or even the internet. In high school, I learned how to use a slide rule, not a calculator. I remember when they started using calculators in schools, I thought that was like cheating. We didn't have email, we didn't have text, we didn't have streaming. Yeah, we used to get dogged for not being able to set up the VCR. Well, that was mostly our parents, I think, but we got dogged for it. Now VCRs are old school. We grew up with these technologies, but somehow we managed to figure it out along the way. Yeah, tech moves fast, no question about it. And there may come a point where we say, okay, that's far enough. We don't need any more. I don't know if anybody's reached that. I haven't reached that point yet, but that point may come. But to get this far, we showed up and we learned. We continue to learn. I'm not averse to technology. I love technology. Stuck in the past? It's true. There are some things from the past that we prefer. No question about it. A lot of boomers prefer the old muscle cars of the 60s and 70s over the EVs. I don't blame them for that. But I don't know one that would like to go back to rotary telephones. We're not stuck in the past. We just lived through it. Where we're stuck is here and now. And a lot of us love it here. Actually, the biggest difference in generations is just the time we grew up in. We have different experiences, and older folks have more of those experiences to consider. In 50 years, it'll be the Gen Zers who have all the experiences. 50 years ago, it was the boomers trying to figure things out in their way. And now the Gen Zers are trying to figure things out in their way. The generational conflict that pops up at times is media construct, in my opinion. Most of us get along just fine with each other. And maybe some boomers do have some irritating habits. For myself, I've probably said when I was your age or back in my day, something like that. I'm probably guilty of having said that at some point. It's hard not to make comparisons when you've seen two extremes of things. Sometimes we just have to learn to keep them to ourselves. And the thermostat war is a real thing. The older you get, the colder you get. And like I said last week, comfort is king. Every generation gets made fun of, and every generation turns out okay. Everybody just needs to relax. So what's your favorite boomer stereotype? And how true do you think it is? The comment section is open. Debunk away. And if you're inclined, check out one of my earlier videos on OK Boomer. It's back there in the archives. I'll put a link up here. Check it out. And there's a follow-up to that one too if you want to search that out. They were kind of interesting. Thanks for being here, my friends. I appreciate you. Peace and joy.